gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is me, Dukect T, back with you once again. As I am, let's see, hopefully I got this thing right now, hopefully. Anyway, looks like everything's good. But yeah, we're back. We're good. Everything is look good. Everything's feeling great. And you know what? Well, it's time to talk a little video games. I haven't talked much about video games on the Dukect Lounge for a while. In fact, it's been mostly pro wrestling. But hey, this Dukect Lounge podcast is, again, it's a pro wrestling podcast. But I like to dip my toes into the video games and such. So, but you know what? This is something somewhat big, but who knows? I just came today. This is on Shaq News. Shaq News is not related to the basketball player and such. This comes out and says the article with Josh Hatzkins. It says it looks like Nintendo is renewing Super Mario Sunshine trademarks, which is interesting. And he goes off and says it's not abnormal to see developers renewing trademarks for games or franchises that they've released over the years. However, Nintendo has gained fans' attention this week by renewing an almost 40 different trademarks for older classic games. The trademarks include, from the article, Super Mario Sunshine, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Animal Crossing City Folk, and there's more. Kid Icarus, Kirby 64, the Crystal Sarge, Kirby's Air Ride, Kirby's Mass Attack. I was like, Kirby's Mass Effect. I'm like, no. That's a crossover I don't think no one's ready for or anything else here. I mean, let's be honest. That is a crossover that I don't think people want to see. People want to see, but I don't think they're ready for it. Oh, by the way, Caps lost 5-4, the Washington Capitals. I'm getting a little worried about I'm getting a little bit worried about that sort of thing. A little bit of worry. But then again, hey, it's like 1,000 games in hockey, so I'm fine. But you know what? I'm okay. They're still in the first place. But back to the point. Here's the games that are going there. Like I said, you have Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Both Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, Miniland Mayhem, Minis March Again. Nintendo Dogs and Cats. I'm surprised I haven't done anything with them. Skyward Sword. Phantom Hourglass, Steel Driver, Super Mario World, The Adventure of Link, The Wind Waker, WarioWare, Smooth Moves, and Wave Race. Which, now that would be something to see, to bring that back. But let's talk about the other things here. Because there have been other games remastered and released at Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. But they're Kid Icarus, who knows? Maybe they're gonna put that on this. I would love to see that game get another love. Kid Icarus, and have Pit and Dark Pit around on a Nintendo Switch game. I mean, it's still technically a portable console, so why not put them in there? I think Pit absolutely deserves his a console debut. And such. So why not bring him in the HD era? Bring him in there. So yeah, I think it could be something really cool. But yeah, you know what? I was going to talk most about the title of the video and such, which will be on YouTube and all that stuff. By the way, follow me on the YouTubes, the BitChute, Main Expression, and on Freaking Awesome Network. They are awesome websites who has always put some great content. But yeah. Yes. But anyway, Super Mario Sunshine, I would say the most controversial of Mario games, which is kind of funny because a lot of people, including myself, I love the game, but it can get a little grinding. Going for 100% is in Super Mario Sunshine, going 100% it's a whole thing. I mean, you want to look at, for example, Super Mario Galaxy 2. That's a frustrating thing to go 100% on. Super Mario Sunshine, it's that, and you got the blue coins. You got to get all that stuff for those raccoons and such. Those coons, man, those coons, and But yeah, also, you have to have, again, you have to do the coin missions. You got to do those blue coin missions. You had to do, going after every sun. Not only that, but you had to do all these weird challenges. It seemed to be very frustrating, and it is something frustrating, and I think some people would probably, I guarantee that's why some people are frustrated. But I still really enjoy the game. I think I still have it somewhere. If not, I'll probably need to get it again. But yeah, I love the music, the aesthetics. It's a nice beach, just nice beach or place. It's something different than Super Mario 64. I think that's the problem, is that it came right after Super Mario 64, which changed the entire industry in 3D platforming. And once you come after that, there's too much of a hype and expectation, which Super Mario Sunshine is great, but I think that hurt it. I think that coming after that hurts again. I mean, same like musical stuff, like Green Day, for example. After say their big hit Dookie or whatever, they had I think Insomniac, and that did not do well. It did well, but not people just felt it could have been better. Same as like Michael Jackson's Thriller, and then you have his follow up Bad, which is not bad. It's great, but compared to Thriller, it's like it's still it comes down a bit. You're like, wow, it doesn't really hype up the stuff. But other than that, the games, the gameplay, and everything else. But there is, that it can get frustrating, and how the gameplay is, and also it's just again quality went a little bit downward. But again, Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2 just knocked that stuff out of the park. And by the way, I love Odyssey, and I do love it. It's one of my favorite Mario games to play up there. I still believe Galaxy 2 I don't know. It just still is like Odyssey is like it's 1B to Galaxy 2's 1A. That's my just personal opinion. Of course, you guys can argue and talk amongst yourselves, but yeah, I honestly think they're great. By the way, so you could do it. I mean, because again, you can't play GameCube games on the only place you can play them on, like say a so-called HD console, which is not a Wii, which is pretty much a composite that you connect to the HD stuff. But yeah, other than that, you can play. The only place you can play HD stuff is it's pretty much you have to go on the Wii to play game games, or just find a way to hook up your GameCube to hook up to the HD stuff, which which you can. It's really hard to do. Also, with this news, you look at other stuff. Let's see, I don't know what Urban Champion is. Let's see, what is that? Oh, it's an NES game. It's a 2-player fighting game. Urban Champion. That's on the list as well. It is it's basically knock someone out. It basically it's a 2-player fighting game. It is the first 2D game, first 2D fighting game. It was the way you win the game is you gotta knock somebody into gotta knock them out into a sewer manhole. That's pretty much it. A sewer. But yeah, funny enough, it was actually produced by Shigeru Miyamoto. And also, it's also on 3D Nintendo 3DS, 3D Classics, and you can only play there. So I wouldn't be surprised this goes on the NES system. The NES part of the thing you get with the Switch stuff. Also, I think a lot of this stuff is probably going to be on the Switch, on the HD stuff. I don't know if they're going to do anything for the N64 because it would be very interesting. I would love to see an N64. See how they're going to do that. I would love to see that. Bring out some games. I mean, heck, they have Eternal Darkness on here, so GameCube. Maybe they're going to have a GameCube thing there, or N64 package, which you could play N64 games on the Switch, or GameCube games on the Switch. Would be really cool. I mean, I would love to see that. I would love to have that. I would love to actually see some of these games get a second life on the Switch, either by re-release, a physical re-release, or something on the online service. I don't know if they're actually going to do that. I would love for them to do that. Personally, I'm surprised they haven't done a Legend of Zelda, just a huge HD collection stuff. I mean, there's money in that. It's, same as Super Mario. I'm surprised they didn't do that. I mean, all the stuff is on Nintendo. The Nintendo NES and SNES thing there, but the games for the the stuff for the NES and the SNES, like Mario and Legend of Zelda games. But I would have loved to have that. That would have been great to have, like a just have all the games up there. And you can have a choice of playing Ocarina of Time, the old school version, or the new school version of like Ocarina of Time, both versions or something like that. That'd been really cool. Of Majora's Mask or whatever, or something like that. Just switch them off and on, and you could have like same thing as the Mega Man X collections. It's like one or two, like you can have all of them like in like one or two discs, that sort of thing, all the way up to maybe Hyrule Warriors. I don't know. That'd be something. I think people would love that. Also, there's some Mario World, which I'm surprised they didn't do anything with that. So, I don't know. Maybe an HD remaster of Super Mario World. No, that'd be fun. I mean, I would think that would be really cool, but I don't think Nintendo is going to do something like that. I mean, come on. A Nintendo version of a Nintendo version, HD version of Super Mario World. I would be great. Maybe in the style of a storybook of Yoshi's Island and such. I think that'd be really great. I think that would be something really, really good. I would pay. That would be something. I really think it would be something very. I think it was something that people actually want to go play with. Another thing I would think people would like to see is Skyward Sword. I don't know how you can do a remake of that on the Switch without having the Wii remote. Because I get it. I know it would just take away everything about that. The Wii remote, without the Wii remote, it just seems like a stereotypical Zelda game without that whole being, doing the sword rifle, which I love. I love doing the shield and the sword, playing it on my Wii U, of course, and just having a blast. I love Skyward Sword. I love the gameplay of that. And I wish more people love it. I know it was. I can see why some people did not like it. I can feel what I can understand why people don't like it. But the controls. But I love it. I love the controls. I love the music. I think Fee is she is an acquired taste, but I think she's not that bad. I like her. And I think that there's some, and I like the problem is though, there was the flight mechanics between worlds. It was fun, but there's not much things to do, in that, and such. But yeah, again, Skyward Sword, an HD remaster of Skyward Sword. I think there are people who would love that, and I think there's some really good people who would play that game. I think people would be less intimidated if they actually had that, less intimidated. And again, if they like going back to Super Mario Sunshine, I think people would if they actually, I'm not saying make the stuff a little bit more easier for Nintendo and stuff like that, but make the challenges more. Not make it easier, but just less. Like the stuff like Okay, less challenging. Make the blue coins. I don't know. I know this would probably break the game, but yeah, it just seems like all the way getting 100% of Super Mario Sunshine and you only get a postcard is whack. So I think maybe have do something else with it like that. Get a something more fun, something more maybe change the seasons and such and Isle Dafino and such. Have like an extra 5 or 10 sign sprites, something that makes people feel that was important, like make people feel about that game and such. And I guarantee you, more people will be more interested in that. Also, again, Wave Waste, I would love to see that. Oh, and another thing, Mario Sports, that is on here. Let's see. I think Mario Sports Superstar. That's going to be. I mean, I'm surprised they're gonna do. I mean, that would be something I'm surprised they haven't done. I mean, think about it. Mario Strikers. Mario Strikers for the HD for the Nintendo Switch. That's something that people. I would think that they would love that. Heck, Mario, Sonic, and Olympic Games. That has people seem to have loved that. They like that. They like that, and they seem to really care for it. Let's see what else. Again, there's so much stuff they can. I wouldn't be surprised you'll see a Mario Sports Mix, maybe an HD version of that. you know, I think people would definitely have that. I think people will actually play for that. I think there's actually some an audience for that as well. And again, there's so many. I mean, Kirby's Everywhere. There's a lot of games here that would love to have the HD remaster treatment on Nintendo Switch. But I wouldn't be surprised they just ported the stuff on a, on put them on the SDS. It looks like they're going to. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just gonna put like a Nintendo 64 version of the NES and SNES online. I wouldn't be surprised if it's. I would not be surprised if they're gonna have these things as well. Super Nintendo and NES, like an N64 or a GameCube version. It reminds me of back in the day. They actually had like the portable GameCube games and such, like F-Zero, GX, all that type of stuff. I remember if I can find a picture. Let's see. Let's see. It was a portable GameCube. I remember. It was this. It was something like that. It was some type of weird thing. I swear to you, it was like if I can find it, it was like it's gonna be the next Nintendo console, and then you had this. You can like there was like this weird thing they could put like all this portable games and every like portable GameCube. It's like, oh, we're gonna do all this other stuff here. I'm like, it's gonna be like we're supposing Nintendo was gonna do that. I'm like, nah, Nintendo was gonna do something like this, but I would actually like to see something like that. And heck, it actually will be and if it is gonna be like that, it would actually be congratulations, a legitimately a portable GameCube, a legitimate portable GameCube for that for for the people who actually love that purple or silver gray lunchbox. There is to me, man, again, there is some really good again. A lot of people sleep on this the GameCube and stuff. So many great games. Like I said, Super Mario, Sunshine. Let's see, Wind Waker, and other things. Oh, and Eternal Darkness as well. So many great stuff here, and my hope is they might bring some of these games back. I don't know if they actually would do something. I mean, I wouldn't. And there's a Nintendo Direct, I think, sometime in the future. Let me just see the next time the Nintendo Direct is coming, because I don't know when that is. They're gonna have game announcements throughout the year. Supposedly, see Nintendo Life thing here. So yeah, we don't know when the next thing there, the next Nintendo Switch Direct is gonna happen. I don't know. But it would be really nice. It would be really nice to have, to see, nice to actually, what's coming up. And again, an N64 HD, remaster of some games, I'd be cool with. And also, maybe some other stuff, like Sega Genesis, like what they did for the Wii and Wii U. You had all these other games and all this other stuff. I would love to have that again. Come on. It was great having all those games and everything beyond the Switch. Beyond the Wii and Wii U. I still have some of those games. It's really cool. It was so much fun. So much fun. And, well, hopefully Nintendo, by the end of this year, we'll have some real clear stuff. Or maybe it's just basically, we just want to keep our stuff updated. We're not doing anything with it, which is a shame. But, honestly, I think that having that right there would be something great. I think that would be something really, something that would push Nintendo a little bit ahead. I know it's nostalgia pushing, but I think if Nintendo could continue bringing new franchises, like say an Astral Chain, and let's see, what other new stuff is coming for Nintendo. Let's see. Yeah, let's see the new stuff that is coming for Nintendo. Let's see. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. Where is it? All right. Games. Let's see. Maybe Animal Crossing. Let's see. The rehydrated version. Okay, these are old school stuff. I'm looking to say, The Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds. And newer titles that actually push the stuff. I think that could be something really positive. And having new stuff, like I said, Astral Chain, The Outer Worlds, and all these other new games. But also with, say, the Pokemons, Animal Crossing, Panzer Dragoon, and stuff like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. These games coming out, and it could be something really, again, balance. So as I say, balance with these two, with games and all this stuff. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think that's the most positive thing. Anyway, that's it for the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and it's a little bit shorter here. Well, yeah, I got one topic here, and I could have talked some wrestling, but I want to take a break from it. Took a little break from it, and that's always a good thing. A little break, something like that, to really put that thing in put that thing right there, and such. To sit back and talk about other stuff. And don't worry, I will back on the wrestling next week, as I got some stuff I want to say about NXT. And I hope I get some people on. I want to get some people to talk about it, because I want to get people who are just, because look, I don't hate NXT, but I'm like, NXT. It can be a little bit of the frustrating part. But, it can be frustrating, and I will give my thoughts over NXT. Unless somebody or whatever says or does something stupid, because, if Jim Cornette says something so stupid that I have to talk about it. But next week, I'm going to be talking about NXT and why it's struggling to not only get an audience, but actually to keep one. I'm going to be talking about that next week on the Dukect Lounge. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for listening. This is Dukect here. Peace, love. See y'all when I see y'all later.